Welcome back to the one and only source for the explosive, unpredictable, and often unbelievable world of sports drama. We're not just talking about the scoreboards and the box scores today. Oh no, we are talking about chaos. We are talking about the kind of gut-wrenching, season-defining, wallet-busting turbulence that turns a quiet Sunday into a fantasy football manager's worst, or best, nightmare. Today we are diving deep, and I mean deep, into the burning, smoking wreckage of the Arizona Cardinals backfield. This is a story of catastrophic injury, a stunning practice squad resurrection, and a single, ill-advised moment of hubris that has reshaped the entire fantasy landscape. Forget your superstar receivers. Forget your lockdown defenses. Your season, my friends, may now hinge on a man who was eating cafeteria food just 2 weeks ago. We are talking about the undisputed, must-add waiver wire king of Week 6, Michael Carter. Running back, Arizona Cardinals. Let's set the scene. The Arizona Cardinals have been hit by an injury curse that feels less like bad luck and more like a Greek tragedy written specifically for the running back position. It all started, as many tragedies do, with the reliable veteran James Conner, a foot injury. Nothing major, we were told. Then the grim news dropped, season-ending surgery. Conner, the heart of that ground game, the undisputed RB1, was gone. Just like that. The fantasy community panicked but quickly pivoted to the next man up, the explosive second-year back, Trey Benson. Benson, for a brief, glorious moment, was the answer. He had the burst, the pedigree, and the workload. The Cardinals' ground game had a pulse again. But this curse is relentless. Last week, Benson goes down with a knee injury. The early reports were vague, but the follow-up confirmed the worst. Injured reserve, IR. Out for at least 4 weeks, the Cardinals' backfield wasn't just thin. It was a barren, windswept desert. 2 weeks. 2 leadbacks gone. Now you have to appreciate the gravity of this situation. Fantasy managers who drafted Conner or burned early FAB on Benson were staring into the abyss. They were scrambling. They were refreshing their waiver wire pages with the desperate frenzy of a castaway spotting a distant ship. And what ship appeared on the horizon? A lifeboat salvaged from the depths of the practice squad, Michael Carter. The main question heading into Week 5 was this. With Conner and Benson sidelined, would the Cardinals split the workload between Carter, Emari Demercado, and maybe even a dash of Bam Knight? The answer, delivered with a resounding, undeniable clang, was a definitive no. In a stunning display of commitment from the Cardinals' coaching staff, Michael Carter didn't just get the touches, he dominated them. This is the crucial, sensational detail that separates Carter from a dozen other mediocre running back pickups. Let's look at the numbers, and this is where the drama truly unfolds. Total touches, 23 for Michael Carter. Total touches for the rest of the backfield, Demercado and Knight. A paltry 8 Carter was on the field for an astronomical 57% of the offensive snaps. He led the team in carries with 18, and he led the backfield in receiving work, hauling in 5 catches on 5 targets. This is not a committee. This is an unambiguous bell cow workload handed to a player who was literally waiting on the sidelines a week ago. This is what fantasy football managers dream of. Volume. Volume is king. Volume pays the bills. Now let's be honest. The efficiency wasn't stellar. Carter's 18 carries only netted him 51 yards, a modest 2.8 yards per carry. That's not going to win him any rushing titles. But here's the magic, the fantasy gold. He plunged into the end zone for a crucial 1-yard touchdown, giving him an end-of-day total of 18.3 fantasy points in half PPR leagues. That placed him heading into Monday Night Football as the RB8 for the week. An instant, high-end flex RB2. But the Michael Carter story isn't complete without the incredible, bizarre, and ultimately tragic subplot involving his backfield rival, Emari Demercado. This is the sensational, viral moment that sealed Carter's fate as the de facto starter. Picture this. It's the Cardinals' final drive against the Titans. Arizona is down by a single point. Demercado, trying to make a play, breaks into the open field. He's running free. 60 yards. 70 yards. He's going to score the game-winning touchdown. He has sealed the victory. He is the hero. But then the unthinkable happens. In a moment of absolute boneheaded, what are you doing? Stupidity, Demercado starts to celebrate. He extends his arm out in a preemptive salute to the end zone. Then, the ball slips out before he crosses the goal line. An unforced fumble. a turnover. A guaranteed game-winning 72-yard touchdown vanishes into thin air. The Cardinals lose the game. This wasn't just a physical error. This was a coach-killing, trust-shattering mental error. Head coach Jonathan Gannon saw it. Offensive coordinator Drew Petzing saw it. And every fantasy manager and Cardinals fan saw it. This single play did more to solidify Michael Carter's role than any successful run he had. It screamed to the coaching staff, we cannot trust this man with the ball in a high-leverage situation. Demercado's fumble was the final devastating nail in the coffin of the backfield split. It effectively cemented Carter as the primary back until Trey Benson returns from IR. The volume is his, the goal line work is his, and the receiving work is his. The waiver wire. Gold rush. Weeks 6 through 9 so. What does this mean for your fantasy team? It means you have a golden ticket and you have to act now. We are entering the darkest period of the fantasy season, the bye weeks. Week 6, 7, and 8 will see an unprecedented number of teams sitting out. You are going to have gaps in your starting lineup. And Michael Carter, a player with a 57% snap share and 23 touches in his first start, is an immediate plug-and-play solution. He is an RB2 for the next month, minimum! The Cardinals face the Colts. The Colts' defense is good, but they are not the 1985 Bears. This is a game where the Cardinals will need to lean on the running game to control the clock and protect the quarterback, Kyler Murray. Carter's pass-catching ability makes him a safe play even if the score gets away from them. They face the Packers. Another tough defensive matchup, yes, but again, the sheer volume, the 20-plus opportunities he's getting, gives him an incredibly high floor for a waiver wire pickup. The schedule eases up. We are not talking about a guy who might get lucky with a touchdown. We are talking about a guy who is the featured back in an NFL offense for the next 4 to 6 weeks. This is a rare, irreplaceable commodity. Forget the 15% or 30% Fabi bids. That's for bench depth. This is a starting running back. If you are struggling at the position, if you have a bye week coming up, or if you simply want a major upgrade, you need to go aggressive. You need to be prepared to spend 40% to 60% of your remaining free agent acquisition budget. Do not be the manager who saves his FAB only to lose his starting running back next week and have no viable replacement. Michael Carter is the kind of player who single-handedly stabilizes a struggling roster. He is the ultimate Week 6 panic button pressed by opportunity. He went from a practice squad afterthought to the most valuable commodity on the waiver wire, all thanks to an unprecedented string of injuries and one unbelievable goal line gaffe. This is the stuff of fantasy football legend, and if you miss out, you will regret it for the rest of your season. Michael Carter's story is a testament to the brutal, beautiful volatility of the NFL. One moment, he's off the radar. The next, he's carrying the weight of an NFL offense and the hopes of 100,000 fantasy managers. Don't overthink this. Don't be cute, go all in. He has the volume, he has the goal line role, and he has the pass-catching floor that keeps him relevant in any matchup. Hit your waiver wire immediately. Put in your claim for Michael Carter. And when he delivers an RB2 performance this weekend, come back here, hit that subscribe button, and tell us in the comments how he saved your week. Until next time, keep those fantasy eyes wide open, because in this league, the greatest heroes are often found on the very bottom of the depth chart. Good luck in Week 6, and may the waiver gods smile upon you.